unexpectedly revealed at the wedding. Maid of honor shocks all with amazing news of pregnancy. Anna stood at the front of the vibrant floral archway, her heart racing with a cocktail of pride and envy, as her younger sister, Lily, glided down the aisle, dressed in a cascading white gown. Sweet-spoken vows floated through the air like delicate petals on a summer breeze. Laughter and happiness enveloped the gathering, vibrant colors dancing against the backdrop of a clear sky. Yet Anna, with her wild chestnut curls and the weight of the world in her chest, felt trapped in a frame that didn't belong to her. It wasn't that she didn't love Lily O. She adored her, but every smile felt like a reminder of the dreams Anna had sacrificed. She watched her sister grasp at the opportunities that seemed to elude Anna, dreams of travel, of romance, of a life as colorful and full as the flowers she nurtured in her modest little shop. The ceremony unfolded, an endless sea of beaming faces and the soft rustle of dresses amidst the fragrant blooms. But then, like a dark storm cloud rolling in, Anna's estranged father appeared. After years of silence, his arrival was a shadow that darkened the day. Memories of harsh words and broken promises tugged at her heart, each one threatening to unravel her composure. Loyalty warred with her longing for closure, pulling her into the tempest of conflicting emotions. As love and laughter echoed through the joyous atmosphere, Anna felt a storm breaching her walls. Should she stay silent, watch her sister commit to love for the first time? Or should she confront the pain that twisted inside her, raw and relentless, demanding freedom? Fear and urgency fused as she glanced at Lily and imagined this day turning into an opportunity, a moment of rebirth amidst the chaos. Just as the officiant turned to ask the crowd if anyone objected, Anna's heart thundered in her chest. All eyes on her, she stood, defiance fueling her words. "I'm pregnant." The gasp that spread like wildfire through the crowd sent shivers down her spine. Shocked faces turned to her. Whispers ricocheted around the grand canvas of the day, tearing it apart and stitching it back with threads of disbelief. Anna's heart pounded, the room suspended in uncertainty. Her mother's tears streamed down her cheeks as she processed Anna's unexpected news. At the same time, her father's pale face revealed an array of regrets he'd never expressed. The air vibrated with confusion. Was this moment to be celebrated or condemned? Amidst the swirling chaos of emotions, Anna's heart raced. This celebration of love had turned into a reckoning, exposing family secrets that fluttered around them like fallen petals from her carefully arranged bouquets. She stood defiant, yet vulnerable, longing for acceptance yet burdened by the weight of her past. Before we continue, I need to let you know about something important that's happening. YouTube has been making changes to the system, and many people are losing notifications from channels they follow. If you're enjoying the content, hit that bell and mark all notifications so you don't miss the next videos. And if you can drop a like, it really helps me with reach. Seriously, it makes a difference. Oh, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'm always curious to know who's on the other side of the screen. Now let's continue. Anna's sudden declaration hung in the air, a pulse of uncertainty echoing in the silence. The fragmented reactions of the guests followed suit, each one wrestling their shock against the veneer of family love they were supposed to uphold. "How could you?" whispered an aunt, while her own mother remained a whirlwind of emotion, torn between pride and disappointment. As Anna locked eyes with her father, a flicker of understanding ignited within her. Here they were, trapped in a moment where forgiveness hung in the balance. Would they find a way to heal, or was this revelation destined to create an insurmountable divide? The sun dipped low, casting an ethereal glow that echoed the warmth of potential reconciliation or the cold shadows of irreversible rifts. The swirling emotions painted the scene, love and hurt dancing in a delicate balance. This wedding had morphed into a battlefield where Anna found herself entwined in unexpected resilience. Would they weather this storm together, or would her revelation tear them apart? The murmurs in the crowd swelled, a cacophony of confusion and concern wrapping around Anna like a dense fog. Faces that had once beamed with joy now twisted into expressions of shock, disbelief, and something that felt achingly like judgment. Anna's eyes darted between her sister and her father, both pivotal players in this unexpected drama unfolding with the intensity of a thunderstorm. Lily's grip on her bouquet tightened, her rosy cheeks a stark contrast against the pale white fabric of her wedding dress. "Anna," she gasped, the word barely leaving her lips as if it were caught in the tumult of emotions swirling around them. Her sister was the paragon of the day, supposed to be at the center of all love and light. But here stood Anna, a storm brewing within the very heart of the ceremony. The officiant, caught off guard, struggled with his words, glancing nervously at the couple before attempting to regain control. "Perhaps we should know." Anna's voice sliced through the air, raw and desperate. "We shouldn't just move on like nothing happened. This is real. My life is different now." Her heart raced with fear and determination. She was not ready to be drowned out among the wedding bells and well-wishes. Not when her truth demanded to be heard. An unexpected silence enveloped them, but it felt less like peace and more like a tightening noose. Her mother's eyes glistened, torn between instinctively rushing to her daughter's side and grappling with the weight of public scrutiny. The tears that stained her cheeks shimmered like tiny jewels, reflecting the complexity of the moment. Anna took a deep breath, trying to anchor herself within the storm. "I didn't plan this, and I didn't want to overshadow Lily's day." Her voice wobbled, laced with uncharacteristic vulnerability. "But I can't keep pretending that I've got everything together, that everything's fine." Her father stood stiffly, the tension in his body almost palpable. The years of silence stretched painfully between them, filling the void with unspoken words and unresolved anger. Could he find a way to mend the past? Or would this moment only be another brick in the wall separating them? There was a flicker in his eyes, something like regret, and Anna's heart softened just a little. Perhaps he was processing this as much as everyone else was, trying to understand his daughter in a way he had yet to do. Lily stepped forward, her presence breaking through the weight of tension like a ray of sunlight breaking through the clouds. I can't believe this, Anna." Her voice shook, but her eyes shimmered with an unexpected glow of empathy. "But we'll get through this, okay? You're still my sister. My love for you isn't diminished by this." A shared understanding ignited within Anna. They may be up against family legacy, but at this very moment, bonds were being reforged amidst the raw honesty of vulnerability. I needed to tell you, all of you, that I'm scared." Before anyone could respond, a woman from the crowd spoke up, recognition dawning on her. "Scared is okay. You're not alone in this." The shift was palpable. Her words struck a chord with others around, igniting whispers of support and stories of struggles. Emotions braided delicately like the blooms that adorned the archway as she became aware of their shared humanity. Anna felt a tired sense of hope kindle within her. Fear had once shrouded her like a heavy veil, but now, like petals swept gently in the wind, moments of solidarity began to shimmer through the chaos. But what would it mean to her family, and how would they all navigate the unexpected paths ahead? With her heart still racing, Anna knew they were only at the beginning of this journey. Would they truly embrace the surprises life was throwing their way, or would they allow fear to carve them apart? Her thoughts raced ahead, wondering what lay beyond this moment of vulnerability, the truth still demanding to be uncovered. Anna felt the weight of the eyes on her, pressing, judging, searching for answers. The energy in the air shifted, almost like the calm before a storm, as whispers traveled through the crowd. Her heart pounded louder with each passing moment. Lily stepped closer, her bridal gown rustling softly with the movement. What do you mean you're scared?" There was a tremor in her voice, a mix of sisterly concern and a hint of confusion. "Everything is changing," Anna admitted, feeling the rawness of her emotions spilling out. "This life, it feels too big for me, like I'm standing at the edge of something that could break me apart." Anna's eyes flicked toward their father, who still held his breath, grappling with his daughter's revelation. In that charged space, something shifted in him. He took a small step forward, his voice cracking as he said, "Anna, why didn't you tell us?" The years of frustration and disappointment electrified the air. "I wasn't ready," Anna snapped back, frustration flooding her as she wrestled with feelings long buried. I didn't want to burden you with my fears or disappoint you. I felt that way too, Lily murmured, her voice softening as understanding settled between them like a fragile bridge. You're my sister. You could never disappoint me. But that didn't stop the onlookers from exchanging looks. Some nodded in support, others frowned in judgment. A small group began to whisper, and Anna caught snippets of their conversation, words like shocking, embarrassment, and selfish. The realization hit her hard. Would her truth be seen as a distraction? A misstep in this carefully crafted fairy tale. As she scanned the crowd, she noticed familiar faces, her childhood friends, her aunt, even a neighbor from across the street. Their expressions reflected a mix of sympathy and uncertainty. Anna felt confronted with more than her own fears. She was up against the expectations they all had of her. She's not alone. A voice sounded from the back, echoing through the silence. A middle-aged woman with auburn hair stepped forward. I once stood in a similar place, feeling the weight of the world. Anna, you're brave for speaking out. Her words cut through the tension, lighting a flicker of hope in the surrounding faces. Exactly, a younger man chimed in. Life isn't just about smooth paths. It's about the bumps we face and how we grow through them. Anna felt the glow of solidarity ripple through her. It was a reminder that every person in that crowd had their own struggles. She could feel the curtain of fear start to lift, revealing the warmth of connection. Thank you, Anna whispered, her voice faltering. She turned slightly, catching her sister's gaze. Lily nodded, a silent message of support passing between them. But as the current of support surged, another thought gnawed at Anna. What else would emerge from this moment? Would her family accept the new reality? And then there was the unspoken question that hung heavy in the air. Did she have the courage to reveal the secret she carried in her heart? The officiant, finally regaining composure, cleared his throat. Perhaps we should take a moment, he suggested, trying to weave control back into the ceremony. But the atmosphere had shifted. It was no longer just a wedding. It had become a crossroads for everyone present. As the crowd's gaze fixated on Anna, she felt a mix of anxiety and anticipation. This moment was just the beginning of something bigger. Her heart raced as she glanced at her sister, longing for assurance. Could they really embrace the unexpected turns their lives were taking? But as she stood there, the truth lingering on her tongue, she realized that she was finally ready to speak about more than just her fears. What else would she reveal? And how far would they go to support her when they heard the truth? Anna took a deep breath, the air thick with unspoken words. She felt the collective anticipation from the crowd, like a wave building to crash against the shoreline. Her pulse raced as she searched for the clarity she needed to voice her truth. I have something to say, she finally spoke, her voice wavering slightly. The murmurs quieted as the attendees leaned in closer. Many eyes widened in curiosity and concern. In that moment, all she could hear was the pounding of her heart, drowning out the rest of the world. I'm pregnant, she blurted out, the words tumbling from her lips like stones dropped into a still pond. Silence blanketed the crowd, a heavy weight pressing down as she registered the shock on every face surrounding her, her father's wide eyes, her sister's mouth falling open, and a bosom friend covering her mouth in disbelief. A pregnant pause ensued, followed by a wave of reactions cascading through the assembly. Gasps rose up like an echo. Arguments of joy, shock, and confusion swirled so rapidly it felt like the atmosphere itself was vibrating with emotion. Lily's face transformed from surprise to a soft smile, her eyes sparking with compassion. Anna, she began thoughtfully, but Anna raised a hand, cutting her off. No, she said, her voice steadier now. Let me finish. As she spoke, her dad shifted back and forth on his feet, his face a canvas of conflicting emotions: excitement, worry, love. Why didn't you tell us sooner? Your mother, she would have, he started but faltered, clearly struggling with his own feelings. I didn't know how to share it. I was scared, Anna admitted, allowing the weight of her confession to sink in. Just like I've been scared of everything else. But I can't hide this. I don't want to be afraid anymore. In the unbroken silence that followed, Anna felt as if she were standing naked before all of them, stripped of her doubts in that moment of raw honesty. Gradually, she could see expressions of understanding paint the faces around her. "I'm here for you," the auburn-haired woman from before called out, a comforting smile gracing her lips. "You're going to be a wonderful mom, Anna." As though her words were a cue, others began to voice their support and excitement. "Your baby is going to be surrounded by love," shouted one of her childhood friends, and the crowd echoed their agreement with a chorus of murmurs and soft claps. Anna couldn't help but feel the warmth swell within her. A transformative connection surged through the group, knitting them closer together. It became evident that her fears were misplaced. The very people she worried might judge her were offering their love instead. But just as relief washed over her, shadows of uncertainty lingered quietly in the background. Would this news shift how they viewed the wedding? How would her decision to be a single mother impact Lily and the family? Feeling the weight of these new questions, Anna glanced towards Lily again, uncertain. "What do we do now?" Lily stepped forward, a glint of joy mixed with determination in her eyes. "We face it together, just like always." As Anna smiled at her sister, a newfound strength bubbled up within. Felt refreshing, promising even. But in the corner of her mind, anxiety accompanied hope. The journey ahead was still unclear, and there was so much more to consider. What pressures lay ahead as this revelation unfolded? And how would their family dynamic evolve with the unexpected new beginnings waiting just beyond the horizon? Anna's heart raced, and wave after wave of mixed emotions flooded through her. Surrounded by warmth and acceptance from her friends and family, she still felt that nagging anxiety lurking in the back of her mind. They cheered, clapped, and shouted words of support, but what did it really mean for her future and the wedding that was just days away? As the crowd slowly began to disperse, whispers filled the air. She caught snippets of conversations, excited plans for baby showers, discussions on childcare, and even questions about the birth. A part of Anna was thrilled, but another part felt a chill run down her spine. So much had changed in just a few minutes. She wasn't sure anyone grasped how daunting this felt for her. Lily, sensing her sister's unease, squeezed her hand tightly. "Hey, it's okay," she said softly, her eyes locked on Anna's with unwavering support. "You don't have to have all the answers right now." Anna took a deep breath, grateful for Lily's steady presence. "I know. But it's not just about me anymore." She gazed over the crowd, a sea of familiar faces, all smiling at her. Yet she felt more vulnerable than ever. What if they see me differently? What if it ruins the wedding? I was just supposed to be the maid of honor. Before Lily could respond, their father stepped forward, a mix of pride and worry etched on his face. "Anna, I know this is a lot to take in, but please remember that we love you. Whatever happens with the wedding, we'll get through it together." His voice was warm, steady, like a reassuring hug. She nodded, biting her lip as tears threatened to spill. "It just feels overwhelming." "Of course it does," her dad said. "It's a huge change for all of us. But I believe this baby is a blessing, Anna. Your mom would have been thrilled." The thought of her mother brought a fresh wave of grief crashing over her. Anna's smile faltered, tears spilling down her cheeks. "She never got to meet me as an adult. I wanted to share everything with her." The words snagged in her throat. Lily wrapped an arm around her, grounding her. "You're going to be a wonderful mother. And Mom will always be with us, in spirit," she whispered, holding Anna tighter. The crowd began to thin out, but Anna's worries hadn't dissipated. She turned back towards Lily, searching for answers. "But how will we do this? Raising a child alone? It's not what I pictured for my life." As if reading her mind, Lily looked earnestly into Anna's eyes. "We'll take it one step at a time. We always have. Maybe this baby changes what we thought we could do, but it doesn't have to change our dreams. You're strong, and you're not alone." With a flicker of hope igniting within, Anna pulled her sister closer. The warmth of their embrace sparked a tiny bit of confidence. The journey ahead wouldn't be easy, but they would face it together. Yet, as the night deepened, doubt started to creep back in. Could she really manage everything ahead? Would their family's relationships endure the shifts? Just as she began to settle into the comfort of those thoughts, a commotion broke out a few feet away. "Did you hear that?" a friend's voice shouted just above the din. "The wedding planner is freaking out right now." Anna's stomach did a flip. She exchanged worried glances with Lily. "What now?" Lily replied with a quirked brow, "We need to find out." As they hurried through the scattering crowd, Anna's heart pounded again, not just from the fear of facing the unknown, but from the realization that life was barreling forward, and she had to keep up whether she was ready or not. Whatever lay ahead, one truth pierced through the whirlwind of emotions. She wouldn't shy away from her new reality any longer. She was ready to embrace the chaos, but what more whirlwind awaited? Anna took a deep breath as they pushed through the last of the throng, prepared to face whatever news was about to unfold. As Anna and Lily stepped away from the remnants of the celebration, they could feel the vibrations of excitement and panic swirling around them. The wedding planner was known for her meticulous attention to detail, and if she was panicking, the wedding day was soon to become chaos. "Let us hurry," Anna urged, moving with purpose. "I need to know what's going on." They wove through the now dispersed crowd, catching snippets of conversation bouncing through the air. That constant buzz of well-wishing and laughter still hung like a lingering fog, making Anna feel both comforted and unsettled. She spotted the wedding planner, a tall woman with a clipboard gripped tightly in her hands, pacing erratically by the entrance of the banquet hall. "Patricia," Anna called out, raising her voice above the din. The planner turned, eyes wide and frantic. "Oh, thank goodness you're here," she exclaimed, rushing toward them like a whirlwind. I can't find the rings. They were supposed to be here right where I left them. We need to locate them before tomorrow morning." Anna's heart sank. The rings. They were the centerpiece of the entire ceremony, a symbol of love and commitment. "How can you lose them?" she asked, concern etching every word. "I was organizing the seating chart," Patricia began, her words tumbling out hurriedly. "And while I was preoccupied, someone must move them now. I can't find them anywhere." Panic had turned her usually smooth demeanor into agitation. Lily stepped forward, her voice steady. "We can help you look. Let us retrace your steps." Anna felt a surge of determination mixed with anxiety. "Fine. Let us split up. You check the banquet tables and I'll look in the back where the gifts are." Patricia nodded, her relief evident. "Right. Good idea. I'll buy the entrance." As Anna dashed toward the rear area, the sound of her pulse thudded in her ears. Each step felt heavy, as if the weight of the situation was pressing down on her chest. "What a crazy day," she whispered, half to herself. In the small storage space behind the hall, boxes were stacked high, and the air was thick with the musty scent of cardboard. She began searching, quickly rifling through items. But as she sifted through linens and decorations, her mind wandered back to the joyous gathering. A day meant for celebration quickly turned into chaos. "Focus, Anna," she chided herself. "Find the rings." Minutes passed like hours, and just when desperation threatened to bubble over, her phone buzzed in her pocket. It was a text from Nathan, the groom. "Hey, everything okay? You sure you're ready for the big day?" A wave of warmth rushed over her, but it was quickly overshadowed by the reality of the situation. "Where are those rings?" she murmured again, frustration seeping through her fingers as they moved through the clutter. But as she reached for one last box, something shiny caught her eye. The glint of gold. Could it be? With renewed energy, Anna opened the lid, and there, nestled among the packing paper and decoration knickknacks, were the wedding bands. Relief washed over her, and she felt a surge of triumph. "I found them," she exclaimed, clutching the rings tightly in her hands. Before she could process the victory, she heard hurried footsteps approaching behind her. "Did you get them?" Patricia's voice rang out, almost breathless with hope. "Yes, I have them right here." Anna turned, her heart soaring. But as she faced Patricia, the triumphant moment shifted at the sight of the planner's pale expression. "That's great, but we have a bigger issue. The florist just canceled on us." Anna's jubilation faltered as dread filled its place. "What? Why? They're completely overbooked due to a mix-up, and without flowers, We can't have the wedding we planned. Patricia's voice trembled, and Anna could see how the pressure had broken her resolve. Anna's stomach dropped, and fear gripped her heart. What are we going to do? Think. We need an immediate plan in that moment. Anna remembered something. Maybe we can ask my friends, but before she could finish, a thought slammed into her like a tidal wave. It wasn't just her wedding at risk. It was the wedding that was supposed to unite their family in this new chapter of life. A wedding that now felt even more crucial with the baby on the way. Standing there, trembling with urgency, Anna realized that everything was changing, and she had to step up. Would she be able to handle the challenges ahead? Not just as a sister and daughter, but as a soon-to-be mother? Okay, she finally said, her voice steadying with resolve. Let us brainstorm. We'll make this happen. As they huddled together, a new sense of purpose ignited inside her. But lingering on the edge of her thoughts hung another worry, a truth she had yet to reveal. How could she tell Nathan, her family, anyone, about this baby amid all this chaos? The air buzzed around them, thick with the unknown. And as the clock ticked toward tomorrow's wedding, Anna couldn't shake the feeling that her biggest challenges were only just beginning. The quiet hum of uncertainty lingered in the air as Anna, Patricia, and Lily gathered in a small corner of the storage room. The shadows seemed to close in around them, amplifying the urgency of their predicament. Okay, so we need flowers, Anna said, pacing back and forth. Her mind raced. What if we call around and see who can help us last minute? Surely there's something we can do. Patricia nodded, her clipboard shaking slightly in her hands. I can try the vendors we didn't use. Hopefully they're still awake. But it's a long shot. Let us cover more ground. I'll call a few farmers nearby, Lily added, pulling out her phone with determination. Every second felt like an eternity. Anna felt the weight of the wedding pressing on her shoulders, and the thought of being a mother flooded her mind. It was overwhelming, but this was a day meant to be special, meant to bring joy. They split up briefly, all with the same goal: finding flowers. As Anna paced again, her phone buzzed, and her heart skipped a beat when she saw Nathan's name flash across the screen. Should she share her anxiety or hold it in for now? She hesitated. With a deep breath, she pressed the green button. Hey, Nathan. Hey, you sound a bit strained. Everything all right? His concern floated through the line, soothing her frayed nerves. Just some wedding hiccups. We're working things out, she replied, suppressing the panic rising in her chest. Their engagement had been a whirlwind, filled with laughter and love. Telling him she was pregnant now felt like it could derail everything. We'll get through it. Just remember, it's about us, he said, a reassuring tone that wrapped around her heart. A candle flickered in her mind, urging her to share. Actually, Nathan, there's something else I need to tell you. Before she could finish, a loud crash echoed from the front of the hall. Startled, Anna dropped her phone, the moment slipping away as they all turned toward the noise. What was that? Patricia asked, wide-eyed. Lily shot off back toward the banquet area, her face set in determination. Stay here. I'll check. Seconds stretched into what felt like an eternity as Anna and Patricia waited anxiously. The clarity of their earlier focus faded into an undercurrent of dread. Anna's heart raced not just from the chaos outside, but from what she was still hiding from Nathan. Maybe we should go help her? Anna finally suggested. Patricia agreed, tension still rippling down her back. Yes, let us go. As they stepped into the banquet area, a shocking scene unfolded before them. A table had toppled, dishes scattered everywhere, and a gust of cold air filled the room. A couple of the wedding guests, still in formal attire, were helping pick up the mess, laughter tinged with nerves. Among them, Anna's younger brother, David, was chuckling, hands raised up in surrender. Sorry, just trying to help. A wave of relief washed over Anna, but then her stomach twisted. How was she going to tell them everything, especially right now? Are you guys okay? She asked, moving closer to where David gathered scattered items. Yeah, just trying to save some cake. He grinned. No harm done, right? The festive mood felt so fragile against the backdrop of everything hanging in the balance. At that moment, Lily returned, her expression a mix of confusion and delight. "You won't believe what I found," she exclaimed breathlessly. "What is it?" Anna questioned, her heart now racing for a different reason. "Flowers. Well, kind of. There's a little shop nearby that had some left over from another event. They can deliver, but only if we decide fast." Anna's heart soared, the earlier dread momentarily forgotten. "Yes, we need to go now." But as they rushed toward the exit to seize this opportunity, Anna felt the weight of her own secret looming. The thought of sharing it crossed her mind again, in a flurry of hope and fear. What if the news changed everything? "Wait," David yelled as they reached the door. "Can I come with?" Anna shot a glance at Patricia and Lily. "Sure. The more the merrier." They dashed outside together, but a new wave of hesitation washed through Anna. As they piled into the car, she knew she had minutes to reveal her truth to Nathan, to her family. The world outside rushed by, and here she was, on the brink of something that could change everything once again. Could the day still end in celebration? Would revealing her pregnancy bring them closer, or cause all the chaos to unravel? With her heart pounding even louder than before, Anna vowed that no matter what happened, she would find the right moment to speak her truth. But when would that moment come? As they sped down the road, Anna's mind raced faster than the car. She caught glimpses of the scenery through the window, neon signs flickering, trees swaying in the night breeze, but nothing could distract her from the swirling thoughts in her head. The others chatted excitedly about the flowers, but she felt distant, like she was floating above it all. The cozy, familiar comfort of being in the car with her friends and family was quickly overshadowed by her looming truth. The air was thick with the anticipation of flowers and celebration, but for Anna, each passing moment felt heavier. She glanced around at Patricia, who scanned her phone for directions, and at David, who eagerly wondered what the flower shop would have. Their faces were lit with hope, blissfully unaware of her inner turmoil. "What if they don't have what we need?" Lily questioned, breaking the excitement momentarily. "I mean, we can't just have any flowers, it has to be special, right?" Anna interjected quietly, struggling to hold back the flood of emotions. "It has to be perfect." Perfect, the word echoed in her mind, mocking her. As the car turned sharply onto a small road leading to the flower shop, the weight of her secret pressed down even harder. What if nothing ever felt perfect again? They pulled into the flower shop's lot. The neon sign flickered like a heartbeat, and she saw Lily jump out, calling for them to hurry. Patricia was quick behind, her clipboard now replaced with newfound purpose. "Come on, Anna. We need you," David called, his voice filled with infectious excitement. "Yeah, let us go," Anna forced out, climbing out of the car. She shivered as the cool evening air hit her, reminding her that life outside this moment continued, unaware of the storm brewing inside her. Inside the shop, colors exploded everywhere. Fresh flowers filled the space, creating a dreamy atmosphere. The air was sweet and fragrant, almost comforting, as Lily dashed toward a display of roses. "Look at these," she exclaimed, her face aglow with delight. "That's beautiful," Anna agreed, forcing a smile despite her racing heart. But before she could truly engage, a thought struck her. What if she could use this moment? Surrounded by blossoms and joy, perhaps it was the perfect time to share her truth. As she stepped forward, looking for the right moment, a soft voice interrupted her thoughts. "Anna, are you okay?" It was Patricia, studying her closely. "Yeah, I'm fine. Just a little overwhelmed," she replied, her voice trembling. "You know you can share anything with us, right?" Patricia encouraged, her eyes full of understanding. Anna took a deep breath, her chest tightening. There's something I need to tell Nathan." At that moment, the florist approached, interrupting her thoughts. "Ladies, I have just what you need." The woman gestured toward a stunning arrangement, vibrant and alive. "These were reserved but just became available." "Yes, perfect," Lily squealed, clapping her hands together. Anna's pulse quickened. Was she ready for this? Flowers in hand could symbolize a beautiful beginning, but revealing her pregnancy felt like announcing a storm. All she could think about was sharing happiness, but could she sprinkle joy on a truth that could change everything? As they huddled together, excitement brewing, Anna fought to find her voice, heart racing. Would she finally find the courage to speak? Or would the announcement remain locked in her heart, waiting for another day? With her thoughts racing, Anna felt a pivotal moment arriving. She could change everything or let the opportunity slip away as they prepared for the wedding. Just as she opened her mouth, a sudden loud crash from outside startled them. "What was that?" David exclaimed, peeking out the door. Anna froze, knowing that chaos always seemed one step away. The moment hung in the air, waiting. Would she be able to take a breath in the confrontation of the truth that awaited her? The loud crash outside sent a jolt through Anna, unraveling her fragile courage. The joy that filled the flower shop moments before now thinned into a tension so palpable it felt like a squeezed lemon. She hesitated, her mind racing not just about her secret, but about what awaited them outside. "What if it's nothing?" Lily whispered, her excitement momentarily subdued. "Could just be the wind." But even as she said it, an uneasy energy pulsed through the shop. Anna exchanged glances with Patricia, who wore her concern openly. David stepped outside, curiosity piqued, leaving the rest of them behind. Anna's heart ached. She wanted to reach out, to anchor them all back to joy, but the crashing sound had stirred a storm inside. She could feel her insides twist with uncertainty. As a few more seconds ticked by, the vibrant colors of the shop faded into dullness. With David gone, she could finally think. Or could she? She looked at Lily, who was flipping through flower choices excitedly, and Patricia, who scanned the shop, her brow creased. They had no idea. "Let us find flowers that represent love and peace," Lily suggested, grabbing a bundle of white lilies. "These are perfect." Anna forced a nod, but inside, her heart felt like it was trapped in a vice. Love and peace? She yearned for those feelings too, yet they felt so far out of reach right now. Overshadowed by what she was hiding, a door creaked open before David re-entered, his expression mixed. Just some kids messing around. They knocked over a trash can. Relief washed over them, but Anna felt another twinge of anxiety. She had almost forgotten, in her moment of panic, why they were here. The wedding, the ecstatic celebration of love. For everyone else, it was about joy, but for her, it was a heavy cloak wrapped tightly around her shoulders. She needed to breathe. Anna stepped toward the fragrant blossoms, but the vibrant hues blurred as tears threatened to spill. "I have to tell Nathan," she thought. "I have to." "Anna," Patricia's voice brought her back. "Look at these pink tulips. Should we go with these too?" "I'm sure." As they selected the flowers, Anna's mind drifted. Each choice felt charged with promise and confusion. She caught sight of the florist who was meticulously arranging stems, her hands focused and steady. "How do you do it?" Anna found herself asking. "How do you just know what to say when it matters?" The florist paused, glancing up. "Well, sometimes it's about just being honest." She smiled warmly. The words hung in the air, resonating deep within Anna. Maybe honesty was the flower she needed most, blossoming beautifully despite the thorns. David returned, grinning and excitement bubbling over. "All right, gang. I think we've got the flowers. Are we ready?" They all gathered around the table where the florist began to arrange the blooms neatly. As she watched the beauty manifest in front of her, Anna felt her heart beat a little louder. "Guys?" She finally spoke, her voice wavering. "What is it?" David turned, full of enthusiasm. The words trembled on her lips, battling her anxiety. She gripped the edge of the table, drawing strength from the sturdy wood beneath her hands. "I need to tell you something important." As images of their happy faces filled her mind, Anna prepared to unveil the truth. But before she could utter another word, the shop door swung open again, and a figure entered that took her breath away. Nathan stood there, his expression shifting from curiosity to concern as he caught sight of her. Every emotion rolled into one: confusion, fear, love. Wrapped Anna in a cocoon as she saw him moving towards her. Where was the moment she had wanted? Would it still come? Anna? He called softly. The world around them faded, and all that remained was the fluttering of her heart as she searched for courage. But would she find it before it was too late? What if this moment held more than just truth? What if this was the beginning of everything? Anna's heart raced as Nathan approached, his eyes searching hers like he was trying to read a hidden message. The chaos of the day faded into a distant hum, leaving only the two of them suspended in time. She felt the weight of her secret, the swirling storm of her emotions threatening to spill over, overwhelming her like the scent of fresh blossoms around them. "Hey, love," he said softly, taking a step closer, concern etched in his features. "You look like you've seen a ghost. What's going on?" The insistent thrum of her heart pushed her toward honesty. I needed to talk to you," Anna managed, her voice teetering on the edge of breaking. She turned toward Lily and Patricia, who were watching with expressions that ranged from curiosity to support. "It's about what's been happening today. Is everything okay?" Nathan's voice dropped almost to a whisper as he leaned in, his brow furrowed. With the warmth of the flowers surrounding them, Anna felt a surge of strength. Now was the moment. She took a deep breath and said, "I'm pregnant." Silence enveloped the room, wrapping them in a cocoon of shock. Nathan's expression shifted from concern to disbelief, and then to an overwhelming wave of emotion. "Pregnant?" he echoed, his voice laced with disbelief. "Are you serious?" "Yeah," she replied, her heart pounding in her chest. "It's unexpected and honestly, I didn't know how to tell you. I've been scared and overwhelmed." For a moment, she feared rejection, worried he would turn away. But instead, Nathan stepped forward, his eyes shimmering with surprise, vulnerability mingling with love. "Oh my God, Anna." His arms enveloped her, bringing her into a tight embrace. It was warm, safe, and filled with a gentleness that slowly eased her fears. "I'm so happy you told me this," he murmured against her hair. "You're not alone in this. We'll figure it out together." Tears spilled down Anna's cheeks as relief flooded through her. The weight she carried long felt as if it had been lifted, pieces of her heart knitting back together in a way she hadn't thought possible. "Really? You're okay with this?" "Of course. We'll work through it," he reassured her, pulling back slightly to look into her eyes. "You're the one I want to share everything with. You're going to be an amazing mom." Just then, the laughter in the flower shop resumed as David jumped in with enthusiasm. "Yeah, and we'll be the coolest aunt and uncle ever." He grinned widely, brightening the mood that had moments ago been so tense. Lily's eyes sparkled, stepping forward to embrace Anna. "We're a team," she affirmed. "Nothing will change that. Not ever." As they gathered in a tight circle, Anna felt the warmth of their support enveloping her like a loving embrace, light and radiance surrounding their little family. Hope bubbled up inside her, and for the first time in a while, the future didn't look so daunting. "The wedding will be beautiful," Patricia chimed in, a confident smile breaking through her earlier worries. "And now we have even more to celebrate. Besides, love thrives in chaos." "Yes, it really does," Lily added, her grin widening. The energy in the room shifted, excitement swirling through the air like petals scattered by a gentle wind. Together, they began to discuss the wedding plans, flowers, and baby beginnings. Each idea felt more vibrant, every moment buzzing with renewed purpose. As they laid plans for the celebration, Anna looked at the faces surrounding her so full of support, acceptance, and love. "Thank you," she whispered, feeling gratitude swell in her heart. They would navigate this journey together, transforming uncertainty into a beautiful tapestry woven with shared moments and loving bonds. Unpaved paths lay ahead, but for now, Anna felt ready to embrace whatever came along. And just like that, the storm that had loomed over her lifted, revealing a sunlit horizon filled with cherished risks. Anna gazed at Nathan, her partner in this new chapter, and felt radiant hope blossom within her. His smile gleamed with encouragement. This was the beginning of everything. "All right, let's make this wedding unforgettable," Nathan said with fervor, drawing everyone back into the celebration. As they each picked flowers together, the colors seemed brighter, the air sweeter. Anna's heart swelled. Her family was here, her love was here. Together they could face anything. And in that moment, Anna knew that it wasn't just about a wedding anymore. It was about family, about love, and the promise of new beginnings. You need to subscribe now to not miss the next exclusive stories. This is the moment to show your support. Leave a like now to feed the algorithm. Comment your reactions and feelings about the ending below. I'd love to hear from you. And don't wait not even one more second to share this video with at least 5 friends who need to see this transformation. Let's spread the love.